Double R Flo-Town, episode number 5, right in the heat of summertime.
July 16th today, I think, Robert. Like you said, episode 5, which we're getting dangerously close to the apex.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It is hot outside.
Oh, God, it's brutal.
But that's why you live here, because guess what? It's not freezing in the wintertime.
Man, is that not great? I love the summertime. You see all these stupid memes on Facebook about this is all you people who say it's too cold, go outside now, whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I love being outside. It's awesome. So
you've been cruising at the coast a good bit here lately. You had the Cannon family.
We go to Ocean Isle Beach every July for a week.
Yeah.
Like 16 of us in the family. My parents.
Y'all been doing that forever.
I mean, as long
Ever since your dad gave his lot away at Ocean Isle 30 years ago.
That's a story. That is a story. I mean, really quick. I mean, people need to know this. My dad owned this lot in Ocean Isle Beach back in 1985, and he gets a call from a builder and says, Mr. Cannon, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but we've built a house on your lot. Well, Fred Reeves Cannon III, which is me, would have said, thanks for building me a house. Well, Fred Reeves Cannon Jr. said, hey, no problem. We'll just switch lots. I don't know why the heck he didn't take the house, but he didn't. He switched lots. He ended up selling the lot, but we still go to Ocean Isle every
Do y'all go there to ride by that house and say, damn, that should have been ours?
I don't even know where the heck the house is. I couldn't tell you what street or anything else, but it should be my It should be my house.
Think about what he built that house for then versus now.
I believe the lot he bought like in 82 for like 17,000. And I think those lots are like 700 grand now.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've sold stuff I wish I wouldn't have too.
Yeah.
But when a builder builds on one of my lots, I'm working the deal out.
That's exactly right.
I'm going to keep that.
We
out.
might need to call Teddy or Louie and say, what happens if you do this?
Yeah, we pay for the house.
Yeah, yes,
we pay for
that's
the
right.
house.
That's
all right,
right.
so you come. I'm always interested after you've been at the beach or whatever these vacations you go on all the time.
Yeah.
You're gone for a week, and you always have an interesting perspective on life. And so you come back, I'm like, all right, what's the next business idea? What you got? And you say, Robert, I'm pretty sure we didn't actually land on the moon.
Well, I've got a crazy sister and a crazy brother.
Okay.
And they're feeding me this whole week with these incredible conspiracy theories, things I've never really thought much about.
Yeah.
But after a week at the beach with my siblings, I am like 95% sure we did not land on the moon. Like, I think they landed on something that looks like the moon that's like in Hollywood somewhere, but...
I thought about it too, because why hadn't we been back?
You don't even realize we haven't been back. You just think, we're sending all these things up into space and you assume, well, they're going to the moon.
Yeah.
We hadn't been to the moon.
No, Elon's going to Mars. He's not going to the moon.
And why is he going to Mars? He's going to Mars because he knows that's so far past the pale. If he said, I want to go to the moon, we'd hold him accountable to it.
What was posted on X this morning?
I think he said it's like impossible.
I mean, it's so far away.
Yeah.
And now our phone has the same technology they had when they went to the moon.
Yeah, you have to believe that technology, as much as it has progressed in the last 50 years, that somehow the technology we have today can't get us there. But the technology they had in 68, 69, 70, whatever it was.
Is Neil Armstrong still alive?
Is he? Is Neil Armstrong alive? I think he died.
Because, I mean, we could say, Neil, come on and just...
There's a video.
He was there. He was...
First of all, I don't think he's coming to the Double R podcast.
I think he's dead.
That's another reason he's not coming.
Yeah. But I do think he died of old age. I don't think it was like, Neil's about to spill the beans here.
No,
his whole life has been a lie.
No. There's a video on the freaking documentary we had to watch about the moon conspiracy. There's a video of him punching a dude. No lie. He punched somebody who questioned if he went to the moon. You dig that up and throw it in the podcast.
That would be interesting.
I think you have to get it on Rumble. It's not on the real internet.
You could. Gonna want me to have a subscription to Rumble. She might have questions.
Hey.
If we debunk the moon deal, it's worth it.
3, 2, 1. You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
But there are other conspiracies too. I'm not even going to go into, but just there's a lot of conspiracy theories.
less every few episodes we'll hit a conspiracy, because a good conspiracy is kind of interesting and it makes you think a little deeper. And I'm a little concerned they might not be conspiracies fully.
I think they might be real. So there's some wicked ones out there. I'm not sure it's good, Robert, because we need to be able to trust these institutions. And I think we're just like losing trust day by day by day in these bigger institutions.
But what if we're making the bigger institutions realize it's getting a lot harder to lie to us?
Well, it's because of podcasts and
It's because
alternative media.
It's because of this podcast.
It's this podcast right here that everybody doesn't trust. No, I don't know if we should say that.
Government threat number 1.
We're already. What have I done?
Have we gotten deep? No, that's the beauty of podcasts. That's why you do these podcasts, because we couldn't go say that on CNN, Fox News, any of that.
I don't think.
I think we can say whatever we want.
And because our viewership isn't high enough, we aren't going to be monetized. We're not making money anyway.
This is to say what we want to say.
Well, what I want to say is I had a great time at the beach.
Good.
We had some conspiracy theory talk. But the other thing is, it was a long beach week.
Is Colin Smith on this?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to see him tomorrow. We're taking baby pictures. I'm going to be with Colin, and while we're hammering these pictures out, I'm going to get a little more.
You're going to get in
a little more depth.
You're going to get in deep with Colin. You better just wait.
All right, yeah.
Speaking of baby pictures, tell us about the baby.
Little dude is here. He's awesome. He's really cute. Robert Calloway Thomas.
So we found a name.
We nailed it.
It's a beautiful name. I love that name. How did you come up with Robert Calloway Thomas?
I think it was a list of just badass names or something.
Yeah.
And it was on there. And I wanted to stick with Robert.
Yeah.
And so, but we're going to call him Calloway, maybe Cal, see what sticks.
One of the cool things I think, and I kind of made fun of you last episode about not being able to pick a name. I'm sorry about that. Forgive me.
You were right. You were right.
But y'all, you and Andrea invited Till into the process.
Yeah.
And so she's cool with Calloway?
Yeah, she likes it. She likes
awesome.
it. It's awesome to see them interact. Teal's in love.
Yeah.
She kisses him like 50 times a day.
Man.
It's awesome.
That's that's not going to last.
No. But it's good.
Take it while you got it.
Yeah. Seeing your kids interact is a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
Really cool dynamic.
Yeah. I love watching the relationship between Tess and Tate, especially. They're like 18
tight.
months apart.
Yeah.
They're tight. You'll love it with Till and Calloway.
She's going to be like his second mom.
That's awesome.
But it'll be fun.
And Andrea's doing well?
She's doing awesome. She's doing good. A little tired.
Yeah.
But she's doing good. She's doing good. So I've got to say, little dude, little Cal.
Yeah.
He was born at McLeod. Amazing. I'm telling you. The nurses, the doctors, he had to go to the NICU for a few days. Reeves, the nurse, so we got there at 6 a.m.
Okay.
The nurse that started with us stayed until midnight, way after her shift.
That's super way after.
Just because she was, she's Andrea's patient too, but a friend, but still,
she just went way above and beyond.
Way above.
Because Rebecca's a nurse, and I know what those 12-hour shifts are like.
Yeah.
And so she was there for like 18 hours.
She was there with us. The next day, she was checking on us, and all the nurses were that way. It was awesome. And then being at a hospital that's got the NICU right on we were on the second floor, and they're on the third, and they were able to take him right from delivery into the NICU, which is super scary.
I think a ton of people in our area take for granted what McLeod has with that NICU.
There's not a lot of NICUs like that.
No, my mom actually was a NICU nurse.
Oh,
and so she was part of that whole development of that, and to be able to have that level NICU in Florence is a huge benefit. And I love what you're talking about, because you're talking what you received at McLeod, what you and Andrea received and little Kyle received at McLeod was personal care.
Yes.
Instead of just some institutional, okay, we just got another baby number 7 for the day, whatever. The nurses, the doctors, they cared about you. And I think that's something beautiful about being where we're at in Florence and how we're cared for, you know.
It's local people caring. I mean, it's, you know, we know a lot of them. I don't think you get that in big cities. I really don't. But you get the big city treatment at McLeod Hospital. That place is cutting edge.
Well, we had, Talon was born in Dallas. And the doctor was phenomenal. Yeah. But it was it wasn't that community feel. The other 2 that we've had were born at McLeod. Very different, much better.
Brooklyn was his NICU nurse that was there with him that next morning when I get there. Brooklyn, she grew up in Lake City, young, 24 years old. Yeah. Amazing girl, you know. And she's a lifelong friend now. Yeah. But then we had another nurse that grew up in Turbyville, and then and they all still live there, and that's where they grew up, and they come to McLeod and they work. And you start realizing all these little towns that surround Florence are producing these amazing people. And I love when they stay here and they have opportunities to work at McLeod and do great. Well,
and then you bring in the educational piece. You've got to educate all of those nurses and doctors and PAs and techs that take care of us when we go to the hospital. And you've got Florence Darlington Tech. You've got Francis Marion with the PA school, and it all synergizes right here. And something we've already talked about on the podcast is keeping our talent here. Yes. And we can do that. And I think that's super cool. I think
they've got as much or more opportunity here than if they go somewhere else. I really do. Probably more.
I'm just super encouraged by the experience you had.
It was awesome.
And being able to come and tell that story. That's awesome.
It was awesome. And then, so, you know, you have a baby and you start thinking a little different and family life. And then obviously I start thinking real estate with that. Yeah. And I'm like, why are young people, because it's a fact, we aren't having as many kids as we used to have. Yep. I mean, I think Elon's saying our population is declining. And obviously I'm thinking a little deeper about all of that right now.
You're going to have another baby.
I'm going to have several more.
Did we get that on the podcast?
Andrea, just
Andrea, get ready.
So we got to have somebody else has got to carry the child. But, but
anyway,
here's why I think more people aren't having kids, because it used to be. Your parents, did you not hear them talk about, man, when I was young, I was running all around. My parents didn't know where I was all day.
Oh, yeah. You just go out and come home when it gets too dark.
So a kid wasn't that much of a burden or a headache or whatever. I mean, not that it is. We feel like we've got to stay right on top of kids. You can't trust them to be in the front yard. And I want to develop a neighborhood kind of with that theme, but also agri-hood, but also still close to town, because when little man needs to go to soccer, you don't want to drive 45 minutes. I want to create a cool gated neighborhood that's got shared gardens, and it is a place where you have 5 kids and they're all running around, riding their bike all around the neighborhood, and that's what you do.
I mean, you're really kind of talking about a utopia type place. And you think we've got this in Florence?
I think I've got a place in mind, and it's connected to the rail trail.
Holy cow.
So then then you say, okay, guys, let's go get on our bikes and ride to Buddy's, have a burger and get ice cream.
Yeah. We've talked about this tract of land. We hadn't talked about the idea you have about, the gardens and the shared space and all of that with it. But that would be so cool to be able to have that here in Florence.
And I think Forest Hills right off of Cherokee. They've got that vibe.
Yeah.
And that neighborhood's awesome. And there's no houses for sale ever in there. And when they are, they fly off the shelf.
The neighborhood buys them. Like, you know, there's a little neighborhood community and they just buy them. We were riding in there a few weeks ago and Sunday afternoon looking at a house and it was like this train of kids, you know?
Yeah, that was awesome.
But recreating that with a new neighborhood in Florence.
Because that one's done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more demand than there is houses in there.
Yeah.
We sold one house, Reeves, and 3 other ones sold in connection to that house just with people that wanted to be in that neighborhood.
That's right.
Never hit the market.
That's right. Yep.
That was wild.
Yeah.
But so let's create that. And I mean, if you were a young guy moving back to town,
if I was young,
we've now got to. The next thing we got to create for you is a 55 and older.
I need that.
We need that too.
I need to call the Methodist Manor. Is that what it's called? Yeah. See if I can get a spot.
See if you can get a reservation there. Chandler's got some cool stuff right across the street.
There we go.
From there.
There we go.
All you need is a weed eater for the backyard. You're good. But isn't that what you'd want?
Yeah, I mean, just a fun place to raise my kids, to know that they're safe, a common environment. That would be
cool vibe, gated, safe. Just feel. We are going to develop that. It's going to happen. It's going to be fun. It's going to be just a cool place because we want to keep the young people here. We got to create the neighborhood vibes to keep them here, and I think if we create that, they will stay.
Well, there's so many other things that I think Florence has going for it and creating some cool neighborhoods, getting away from maybe some of these cookie cutter neighborhoods that have been popping up. And there's a reason that they pop up. They're just more efficient to build and they're probably easier to build.
Yeah.
But man, to be able to build some character into the homes that we're doing in Florence is so crucial, which is why I know we love working with our local builders.
Love it. Yeah.
You know, but
and I mean the people will pay the Louis Hopkins
Teddy Dowling
home in Windsor.
Yeah.
$750,000. It sold before it even hit the market.
It sold for over asking before it hit the market. Just because.
And there's 3 lots left in Windsor, and then that one's over. Westbrook, there's 5 or 6 lots left. That one's over.
And you've got one coming in
Teddy's
Westbrook.
Got a really cool house coming in Westbrook. It's going to be $759,000, and I don't think it'll stay on the market long at all.
Yeah, it's a huge demand for that type of home.
Now the Louis houses in the Summit, right in the Oakdale area. That area still has that vibe, and there's a way to connect the rail trail all the way back to the end of Stratton, which gets you right there.
Right there, you could walk from Crest Cove, which is in the Summit, where we're building those
You can go right through
$40,000 houses, 4-bed, 3-bath, awesome floor plan, and you could go right through Oakdale
and hit the rail trail.
Hit the rail trail.
That trail, there's the railroad bed goes all the way to Metters Road now. We got to get the city to extend that trail all the way to Metters, which I think is the plan.
If you wanted to, you could walk to where the new Publix is going to be.
Exactly.
I mean,
you could drive your golf cart.
Yeah.
Because they made that sidewalk over the bridge big enough for golf carts.
Yeah, they did.
So you could golf cart to Publix. What else do you want?
I think I want to go buy one.
What else do we need?
Nothing. We need nothing.
You live on the rail trail neighborhood. You're out there all the time.
Yeah. I almost use it daily. Before starting work, just hop down on the trail, our backyard, butts up to it.
Like, I don't think I think it would be hard for you to leave that neighborhood because of that feature.
Well, like you said about the community you're looking at, it is nice to be able to, I don't have to maintain all the woods behind the rail trail, but my kids use it like it's their own.
Exactly.
And I don't have to pay for downtown real estate, but we can walk to Buddy's, walk to Bean Bar, walk to Naturally Outdoors. And I think you're right. There are a lot of people that are hungry, especially people like me with young families, that want that. They want the space to be able to feel like they can move around. They want safety, but they want to be close and connected.
You're going to be able to walk to Publix from your house.
I've arrived.
Dude.
Izzy may never leave his house again. You got to come to the studio.
You don't even need a car
to film us every now and then.
Yeah. We got to, kick it downtown. That's the other thing I was thinking on the way here, Reeves. I was driving down Cherokee Road thinking about Forest Hills. And the people that live in Forest Hills can bike downtown.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And then they could bike or ride a golf cart to the farmer's market they have.
Tess babysits for several families in Forest Hills, and I'm pretty sure she's told me they take their golf cart and they go out to dinner on Friday night. And,
downtown?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, cool stuff.
I don't think people realize it's possible.
Yeah.
You can do it. And I think we got to synergize that a little bit. And then we start adding the cool events downtown, like this concert we want to do. And they're already having other events.
Yeah.
And then, to me, being able to walk, ride a bike, or golf cart to something cool, I just love that.
Rebecca and I wouldn't, and we're in town most weeks, even though it feels like
you are,
even though it feels like this summer we've been gone a lot. But I told her last night, I said, Rebecca, you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to going to dinner downtown Friday night.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Because it's been forever, but we love going to any. I'm not going to name them because we go to all of them, all the restaurants.
And you see some buddies, and it's easy. It's not,
It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. So, and then, okay, so we're in Florence, but you shot to the beach this morning. You took your boat to the beach this morning and are back. I mean, going to the beach is nothing from here.
It was nothing. I left my house, which is on the way extreme West Florence side of town. I was left at 6 a.m., put the boat where I needed to take it because I'm selling the boat. We'll talk about that.
Selling it.
He's selling it.
He's selling it. He's.
People keep asking me, is he, well, what are you going to get? And I feel kind of bad, but the disappointing answer is I'm not getting anything.
Ooh.
I am going to.
He needs a boat break.
I'm going to take a boat break, and
sometimes you need that.
Is that okay? Is that okay, Izzy?
I mean, you've already lost faith that we landed on the moon. To also lose your boat, I don't know what sort of spiral this is going to send you into.
But regardless, I went to the beach this morning. It's 9:30 now, and I'm back.
Yeah.
So super easy.
So we listed a cool house on Palmetto Shores on the lake.
Yep.
And I'm getting calls from all over the country, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and they're all got the same thing. And then another one, a few more in the Northeast, and several of them are tired of winter, where it's super cold, and they don't want to be. They want to be close to the beach, but they don't want to be in the craziness of the beach. And Florence just makes sense.
It's perfect.
It's like, here's the place to be.
Yeah. We've got an airport. People can get where they need to get from using our airport.
Yeah.
You can get to the beach. One of the things, so when we decided to sell the boat, Rebecca and I decided one Saturday morning, just a couple of weekends ago, you know what? We want to go to Charleston for the day. So at 9:30 a.m., we shot down to Charleston, drove straight to the Isle of Palms, paid $25 to park, sat on the beach all day, had dinner in Charleston, came home. It was so easy and so nice. And and that's the long beach, that's the furthest away.
2 hours.
That's 2 hours.
Yeah.
You can be in Myrtle Beach or, Pawleys Island, those places, Garden City, Georgetown, super quick.
Yeah.
I love where we live.
It's a dynamic that I think is really cool, because if you live at the beach and that's all you've got, okay, well, that's fine. But hold on, we can live in Florence, have this really interesting community here, and then go to the beach too. It's like we get two different things going on that's awesome. It's almost like, all right, we live in the country or just on the edge of the big city.
Yep.
You know, and you shoot into the city, but then you can also live this country life. And
But here's what I love from a business perspective.
Yeah.
Also, I had a buddy call me yesterday, and he's like, asking me about why I'm selling my boat and that type of thing. And he's talking about, hey, me and my wife are kind of thinking about buying a condo at the beach. And I said, well, we can help you with that. Yeah. Because we're doing business now at the beach, Greystone Coastal. Yeah. You've got several properties you're working with in Georgetown. I've got some properties in Conway that I'm helping some people sell. Greystone is at the beach now.
Yeah.
And we can do business there, and we can help clients buy or sell property. And that's a fun thing.
Awesome. Yeah. I've got a good buddy here in town. He called me this week and he said, all right, I think I want to buy a condo at the beach.
Yep.
And I'm going to rent it some, use it some. You can get a condo around Myrtle for under $200.
Easy now.
And so, okay, rent it to pay some expenses and then go stay there as much as you want. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the way to go.
Yeah, and prices,
we'll help you with it.
prices, we will help them with it. Call us. But prices are coming down.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure. Let's move into a little real estate update.
All right,
What do you think's going to happen? Is what, July 16th, something like that we're filming this. So we're just starting the second half of the year. What's your prediction for where things are going to go the last half of 2025?
I think our area is going to continue to move pretty good. And obviously, it's going to be rate driven.
Yeah.
If we get rates down, and if we get them down more than we think, I think it could really light back up because there's not an overabundance of inventory still. Amazingly,
Yeah.
I mean, and then especially, the neighborhoods that everybody wants to be in with the nice house, there's not any of that. I mean, those are still moving in a day or two. So I think us locally, it could pick back up even more.
Yeah.
Now, I do think there's other cities, like there's places in Florida I'm seeing where prices are dropping and, so it's going to be segmented a little different than just broad decline like everybody thinks about for 2008. But I don't know. What you thinking?
Well, I think you're hitting on something. First of all, I think real estate is super local.
Yeah.
So what's happening in Florence isn't even what's going to happen in Charleston or Columbia or the beach or Greenville.
Yeah.
I think, what we've seen over the last 6 months or so is new construction in Florence is still super hot.
Yeah.
And because people are moving in, and even though they're having to stomach the rates at 7%, they're moving here and they're buying new construction. But the secondary market is pretty cool. Like you said, if you get that house in that established neighborhood that goes up and it's priced right and it's nice, it's gone within 24 hours because there's just so little inventory.
Yeah.
I think, and I heard somebody say it this morning on my ride back home from the beach, they really think starting in September, rates are going to drop and this thing's going to heat back up really good.
Wow.
I think, again, whether this is good or bad, I'm not sure, but I think there's enough political pressure in Washington that that's going to happen. And I think it will cause things to heat back up really, really good, really quickly. May not be good long term. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. But I do think the last quarter of this year has the potential to be really hot. With that said, I think part of that is if rates drop, house prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
So, it's a double-edged sword. Hopefully they won't. They shouldn't dramatically go up.
We needed it to cool off some. We needed prices to level down a little bit. And I think we could potentially get in a healthy balance.
I think so. I think the thing we need is that secondary market, the established neighborhoods in Florence, the families that either need to move up a little bit in home, and also I think even more the families that may need to, size down a little bit because a kid's gone to college or two kids have gone to college, or you just don't need that big of a house anymore. But you look at the size down house and it's going to cost you more than the house you have because of where interest rates are. Those people are stuck. But if we can get rates with a 5 in front of it,
Ooh, yeah,
that will open that market up.
There's people sitting on the sidelines waiting on that.
And I think that's where we see the big boom happen.
So what was, if we start talking about the different properties we've sold lately, one that stands out to me is the Louis Hopkins high-end custom in Windsor.
Yep.
That one didn't even really hit the market. It was just, and I think if it would have sat on the market, it would have had multiple offers. That was 3,500 square feet in the newest phase of Windsor, 750,000, just there's demand.
We
for that.
sold it 5,000 over asking, before it hit the market, so that it would not hit the market. Huge demand for that. There's not a lot of that.
There's not a lot of that.
Influence.
We've got another one coming up. Teddy's building a very similar house in Westbrook.
Okay.
I'm super interested. It should hit the market this week. And it's 3,300 square feet, really, a Teddy cool house, good floor plan, $759. And I think it's going to move quickly.
Westbrook is an awesome neighborhood right on the golf course. Traces is a phenomenal
course.
And there's not a lot of lots left there. So this is one of your last chances, whether you're talking about Westbrook or Windsor, to get in there with a new construction house.
That's the pent-up demand factor there. So then we've got, all right, so then what are some of the other developments we've got going?
Well, we've got, what's going on Crest Cove, which is a street name for a Summit neighborhood.
The Summit in West Florence, right off of Metters in the Oakdale area.
We've been talking about this floor plan that Louis built, which we just think it's 4-bed, 3-bath, with the 4th bedroom and the 3rd bathroom being over the garage.
Yeah.
It's just a awesome floor plan, new construction. We've got 2 of those available right now, $342, and then we've got some incentives on top of that. So these are excellent homes that you can get into, new construction under $350.
That's perfect. I mean, the only reason that one hadn't sold yet is it hadn't been finished.
That's
I think we're getting updated pictures this week.
Yeah, updated pictures are coming Monday, so the 21st. And then when people see that, because it's a brand new floor plan that he hadn't built yet, and it's a different price point has been in that neighborhood. So
that neighborhood had kind of pushed up in the 400 low to 400 range, and we've needed that right under 350 for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. That's going to do good. And we got a good many lots left over there, so we should keep some good inventory there. Then right around the corner, we've got Teddy Cottages on Left Bank and Peninsula.
Yeah.
And we've been really kind of slow to market with those, kind of getting them finished. And then once we put them on the market, they sell.
Yeah, as soon as they go on the market, they sell. They're very good looking homes.
They're cool.
They're so good.
They've just got the good vibe. They're, the person we actually had an email this morning from a lady that lives in Lexington.
Okay.
And she emailed us and said, I love Teddy Dowling's homes. There's nothing like that in Lexington. I've actually got 5 acres. I want you guys to come develop it and build these homes in Lexington, because I think there's a huge demand for it.
Cool.
And I'm like, man, that is cool. I don't know how we can, if we got the time to execute from that far away.
Yeah.
But that kind of tells you, Florence, we've got some housing options that places like Lexington don't quite have, or if they've got it, it's probably be at $800,000, and it's got to be a true custom,
Yeah, so just really good. I mean, very attractive homes. That's an intriguing thing. Lexington's a hot market.
Yeah.
That would be cool to figure out how we could get in there, but I guess that's a conversation with Teddy.
Yeah. I think he'll probably want to look. Hey, we'll check it out. Check it out. All right, what else we got? Real estate update.
I think we need to talk a little bit about this. Are we doing this concert? Are we not doing the concert?
Yeah. We're doing the concert.
Okay.
So Jake Westerbeck reached out.
Yeah.
And, he's a local musician that's really good.
He and Tom have a really cool podcast.
They do.
Take a look at that.
They do. Papa Don't Preach. I think something like it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Good.
I love what they're doing. And, I think a big reason they're doing their podcast is they're going to have this bank of them talking about their life and their kids for their kids to have forever.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I've kind of thought a little bit about for us too. Like our kids will have this. They'll maybe never watch it, but
Well, I force my kids to watch it. My kids are older than your kids, but I make my kids before bedtime every night. They sit down and watch the Double R podcast.
That's why we got the views, Izzy.
Yeah.
Izzy, if you could get your 4 kids rotating watching, we could really get
it would explode.
All on different devices.
Yeah.
So each with 4 views.
We need this, Izzy.
That's how we
need
grow.
it for the numbers.
We grow through our kids.
Achieve the numbers.
But Jake was into the concert. He said he'd play. I was like, Jake, we need you. I need you helping us with this because he puts on concerts. He understands it. So the venue we're talking about, I've took a little bit of a closer look, and it's not a huge venue at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really sure how many people it'll handle, but I still love the idea of it being outside and quaint, you know?
Well, and maybe do you think we need to do it at that venue, or should we do it?
What else is there like that? Because I want it downtown.
You can close off Evans Street like they do for the Cinco
Florence
Festival
After 5
and Florence
and all.
After 5.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that brings the same vibe that we're going for.
I think we try it at this venue. I really do. Let's keep pushing forward on that.
Yeah.
And let's give it a try. And I mean, I honestly, 100 people close together is not a bad thing, like
as long as they're taking showers.
Yeah, let's get close.
Yeah.
Let's get close. So let's keep pushing forward on that venue. We'll go get a real close look at it. And then I think that whoever's in charge of that place, is that Bruce and Lee Foundation or that's the Performing Arts?
It's Performing Arts. So they've got people over there who handle
They'll
that.
tell us how many people it will handle.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to have something that kind of sells out.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of, man, I should have jumped on this. I can't get in there now. So we're
still thinking October, working towards October.
October is the date.
All right.
October's the date.
So
Susto is still the headliner band I'm shooting for. We got to get on the books for them, though, because, they're on tour.
we might need to give a little phone call.
Yeah. We will have a phone call. I will have an update for you from Justin.
All right.
By next episode.
Perfect.
Good.
All right.
We're cruising through summer.
Kids are going back to school in 2 weeks, Robert.
Oh, man.
Is Teal excited?
Yeah. Teal's excited. Teal's excited.
Yeah.
We've got, Tate and Teal are both in camp at the country club right now.
That's right, yeah.
Tate's rocking tennis, Teal's rocking golf. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. I was out there yesterday afternoon watching Tate at the country club.
It feels good out there, doesn't it?
It's nice. It was
feels
nice.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a good.
There's some good tennis players, and I'm sure there's great golf players out there as well. It's a beautiful course.
That's probably going to push Tate a little. That's going to be.
Oh, it definitely is. He's playing. One of the kids out there, one of the dads, not the kid's dad that we were talking about, but another kid's dad was saying that one of the guys out there is in the top 50 in his age group.
In the country?
In the country, 8th grader.
Wow. 8th grader?
Yeah.
Did you watch him play a little bit?
He was phenomenal.
Wow.
He beat the crap out of Tate.
Wow.
Which was good.
Hey, and Tate's good. Tate's good.
I don't know
Sorry,
about that.
Tate, since you do make your kids watch
Yeah.
You're great, Tate.
Yeah, you're great, Tate.
No, Tate is good. Tate can probably whip your behind.
We're not talking about that, Robert.
All right, episode 5. This was fun. I say we continue to do ones where we just ramble a little bit. We'll see if people are vibing with it, but that was fun.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was good times. Good real estate update,
Yeah.
Baby update, boat, everything. So, yeah, good job, Robert.
See you next time.